Whew. Oh, and we're back. Welcome to part 2 of the Thanksgiving cheat day. It is now dinner time, and I had the liberty of having a few different people bring me some different stuff. So I got some family members, some friends, loved ones, dropped off some different stuff, whether it be catered or house-made stuff. So I didn't make any of this. So shout out if you're watching this. You guys know who you are. Too many to name, but I love you all. This is a lot of food. Let me give you the rundown of what we actually do have. We have an entire half of a turkey. We've got the breast and a drumstick, nothing else. Oxtails. We've got mashed potatoes, the gravy's on the side, I'll put that on later. Sweet potatoes, candied yams, green beans with carrots, green beans with sausage, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, stuffing, broccoli and cheddar casserole, and a corn casserole, as well as a dinner roll. This food I weighed it was about 8 pounds of food. I probably should have taken a picture of that. But as you can see, let me just lift this thing up. This plate is really, really big. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. No clock to be started. Let's get some gravy going. Oh, you know I gotta use giant utensils for this, so. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of food. Giant fork, giant spoon. Here we go. I think we're gonna start with what is always my favorite, which is the macaroni and cheese. It's gonna be gone in 2 bites. Mac and cheese. Not made by me, but made by family and made with love. Let's do it. Oh yeah. So good. Just like Mom used to make. I wasn't kidding. Ooh. Well, that was ridiculously easy. That's the easy part. Hard part for me, got a piece of pie. Definitely gonna be the turkey. Alright, I gotta get into the oxtails. These are big braised oxtails. I'm so pumped for these. What are we saying? Look at this. Nice and fatty. Oh, let's get it with the mac. Let's hit it with the mac. Let's hit it with the mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness. I actually was telling you guys, my sister makes the best oxtails. She made these. Got a text message from her yesterday, and she showed me a video. See if I can actually pull that up, pull it on the screen. Show me a video of the oxtails cooking, and I told her that I just had oxtails the day before. So please don't be messing with me because I love her oxtails. And she said, I got you. And I said, thank you. We're not even gonna need to speed this up. This is probably the pace that I eat in eating challenges though. But we can just talk. You wanna see it in real time? Because this ain't like Boston Market. All this stuff is good. Mashed potatoes are down. Oh man, oh man. Alright, guess I gotta get into the turkey. Dark meat first. Turkey leg. You know what we should do? So we're gonna mukbang style. I do challenges, but I do mukbangs too. So we're gonna combine the two. Who's done an eating challenge in real time? Not smoked. Who the hell smoked this? It's funny because I'm biracial. I probably have the most biracial plate of Thanksgiving food that you'll ever see. I got broccoli cheddar casserole, which stereotypically speaking and in my family, this is all like the cartilage. I'm not cheating. And a bone. So I don't eat drumsticks, but stereotypically speaking, you normally wouldn't. I'm not gonna lose my train of thought this time. You normally wouldn't get broccoli cheddar casserole from the black side of my family. It would be from the Caucasian side. So I've got regular sweet potatoes, which are here, right? And they're good. A little cinnamon gum, but then I also got the candied yams, which are here, which you know, it's got the marshmallows and the brown sugar in it, which are good. I would say that the yams, candied yams, compared to sweet potatoes, you know, the sweet potatoes here, they're both good. The yams are much, much sweeter. Much sweeter. So I can dig both. Oh my goodness, that's so, man. This is probably gonna be the smoothest, large amount of food you'll ever see someone eat. Because I'm super casual right now. Super casual. God damn it. I'm not supposed to curse. Is that clean enough? I don't want to eat all that funny stuff right there. Excuse me if I keep wiping. I really, when you're doing eating challenges, and I kind of just turn this into a mukbang because I don't care. It's Thanksgiving, fam. We're going to enjoy this. Usually do the eating challenges sped up. But who started an eating challenge in real time? Eating this much food. Can't fake the camera out. Nothing. Not that I ever did that anyway. It's actually probably good for the content. See this? This is a real deal oxtail. Look at the size of this thing. This is like heaven right here. Some people don't like oxtails because they're too fatty. Me? I'm gonna have to like throw my sister a couple dollars, man. I know this is expensive. Oxtails are really expensive compared to like most cuts of meat. I'm gonna do like a bone pile. I'm gonna have to look this up. Has anyone done an eating challenge in real time just chilling? Have they? I don't know. Thanksgiving was kind of an L this year, but don't. We're gonna turn it into a W. At least I got to enjoy some homemade food. Sorry. Usually I get blurred out because it's sped up, but y'all gonna hear all the burping and all that stuff. God, this is ridiculously good. I know I keep saying that. You know what I love more than home cooked food? Food that cooked from home, but it ain't my home. This turkey's not bad either. I wonder if they deep fried it. Should I throw this in front? Right here. And get some dippage. This is like the best of both worlds, I think, because the way my content's set up, I have a lot of you that prefer the eating challenges. But there's a lot of you. I'm gonna try this. I'm not really a cranberry sauce guy. This is like homemade though, so I had to try it, you know. That's real cranberry right there. That's actually not bad. It tastes like cranberry juice. It's a little sweeter. And I think there's like a hint of orange peel, zest, in there. Let me get to the stuffing too. Here. Let me get you a bite. What's your least favorite Thanksgiving food? Put it in the comments. I really want to know. I feel like nobody likes cranberry sauce. That's like the one that nobody wants. Personally, I like it. It's funny because I'm doing this now, and it's content, YouTube, right? I did this 2 years ago. The same plate. I brought it to my family's Thanksgiving, and I ate off this. I also ate it live a year ago on Instagram. Same plate. I didn't do all the dessert stuff. But if I'm leaving this unedited, I think I'm gonna have to make 2 videos. Because this is gonna be long. Collard greens, anybody? I know a lot of people don't know what collard greens are. It's exactly what it says. And it's oh my god, who made that? See, this is homemade. I know, it tastes like something my sister made. A lot of people use like neck bones or stuff like that. We actually use sausage, turkey sausage. You can see it chilling right there. And it's vinegary. People make their greens different. But in my house, we always made them. It's got a little vinegar, apple cider vinegar, apple. Some people actually put apple juice. So I can taste the apple. And the vinegar. And that sausage. Holy shit. Y'all see how quick this plate's getting smashed too, look. What are we saying? That's yams right there. That's not sweet potato. It is sweet potato, but it's candy yams. I'm big chillin'. I've probably eaten about 6 pounds of food already. What makes this so heavy, obviously this plate is across 2 feet long. What makes it so heavy is all the food for Thanksgiving. It's kind of like the Boston Market Challenge I did. Very equivalent because it's all heavy food. And that's how Boston Market was. It had the cream spinach, like stuffing. This is all heavy. I know I keep saying that, but for anybody who's aspiring to be a competitive eater of some sort, number 1, don't. And number 2, certain foods are brutal. Potatoes are brutal. In large quantities, like mashed potatoes, brutal. Proteins, brutal. Again, not for everybody. Some people have easier times with certain things. For me, it's definitely potatoes. I'm not the biggest carrot fan. I don't think we're eating those carrots, Chief. Not like this. I'll do the green beans though. Remember my rule when it comes to this cheat day is if I don't really like something, I won't eat it. I'm not gonna force it. The true eating challenges I do. This is more of a cheat day. Relaxed atmosphere. Not going for time. Even though it's probably been about 10 minutes and this food's almost gone. I can't pick up the green beans with this big fork. So we're just gonna take these carrots and we're just gonna. Nah. I don't really like. I like smaller baby carrots, and those are like the texture. I like my carrots on the softer side, and these are kind of like. Some people like them a little more bite to them. The green beans have bite to them too. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have to do it if I'm eating this much food. So good though. My least favorite Thanksgiving food. Turkey. I don't care about turkey. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a turkey sandwich. My style. So we're gonna take this bottom piece, all right? Stay with me. I'm dunking the whole thing in the gravy, all right? Right there. Turkey. Turkey. I should have kept the stuffing. That's an L. This'll work. All right, we're gonna get a little broccoli cheddar casserole. What this broccoli cheddar casserole is basically, it's broccoli, Velveeta cheese, and like Ritz crackers. It's pretty good. I actually like it. I don't know. It's like a culture thing, though. I know that a lot of people wouldn't. It depends on what you. Again, it's because I love broccoli and cheese. That's all it is. I think that because I'm biracial, I'm used to eating both kinds of food. If I had to pick, my sister got the best. You know, I don't want to say it. You know. And this is over here. All right, let's make the sandwich though. I just ate the rest of the casserole. I'll be tripping, man. Okay. I gotta get these green beans over here. I just caught a green bean. Hands. This is, I think it might be, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Or maybe we'll do a poll. Do you prefer if I do these in real time? Because I will, I don't care. It's less editing for me, it works. Or would you rather watch the sped up, music-y version? Because I've done both. My background again, when my Instagram account started getting relatively popular, I was recording time-lapse videos of me eating. And it always had background music. So that's kind of where that came from. I just feel like these days people, again, in general, don't have like big attention spans, so they'd rather just like, you know, get it in a minute instead of watching a long video. But what I've noticed when I'm looking at like the analytics on my YouTube is that my watch time, and I'm not saying this to flex, like it's because of you guys, it's actually really high. My watch time is over 10 minutes, which on YouTube is that's pretty high for someone who's just making like you know, these kind of videos. And it's gradually getting higher. The average is usually now between like 10 and 12, and when I started it was like 6, which again is still high, just on the metric side of it. So I figured that when I was doing this and I started talking, I was like, you know what? I want time lapse, so let's just talk. That's a good sandwich. You could sell this. Just this turkey, broccoli cheddar, gravy soaked bread. You know what's missing? That. W. Well, I finished this food in like 15 minutes. That's scary. That's scary. I did not think I was going to do this fast. I thought it was going to take me like 30 or 45 minutes to be honest. But I haven't had my sister's cooking. Some of my friends, and some of the stuff actually came from a caterer. The turkey did. And it was good. It's smoked. You know, I know this year, because the way Thanksgiving is, a lot of people like went catered route, which is cool. Hell, I'm by myself. But like I was saying before, I grew up with basically 2 different families, like my dad's side and my mom's side. So I got kind of both cooking. And because I grew up in a very diverse neighborhood, I had a lot of different stuff. My advice though, if you get to know people, like, break bread with them. You'll be surprised what you find you like or what you don't like. A lot of people are afraid to go out of their comfort zone with food. And I used to be. I need a fork. whatever. I'm just gonna eat these with my hands on. But I used to be afraid to go in my comfort zone. You know, I didn't eat a lot of vegetables. There's no way I would even tried those carrots before. Because I can tell just by, like, I can't compress them with my hand. When I eat carrots, you can usually squish it, but these, as you can see, don't squish very well. There's a damn carrot on the floor. But I still ate one or two. I tried it. For me, the texture is the thing. So I know why I don't like certain food. For me now, for the most part, other than pickles, because I absolutely hate them, food for me is a texture thing. If I don't like it, a lot of times it's the texture. Or I know I don't like the taste of dill because of pickles. With this bone. Like, I don't like the taste of dill at all. I remember my mom and dad, they took me to the steakhouse. I don't think the steakhouse actually exists anymore. As a kid, no. I think I was probably like 10 or 11. It was called, I need a damn fork. Charlie Brown's was the name of the steakhouse. And I got a steak and mashed potatoes. I played it safe. I didn't read the fine print of mashed potatoes. So, when they brought mashed potatoes out and I bit them, I literally like spit it back on the plate. It's instantaneous. The mashed potatoes were dill mashed potatoes. And I do not like the taste of dill because it reminds me of dill pickles, so it just turns me off immediately. So I have to watch when I'm eating certain potatoes. Salmon is another thing that's popular with dill. Obviously pickles, I'd rather eat lead. Oof. There's your Thanksgiving plate and then there's my Thanksgiving plate. That's all I keep thinking. But it's cool, I guess. You'll get to watch this in real time and then hear what the dumb stuff that I say out loud. But this was chill. Super chill. Look at this. All I got left is this corn. It's like cornbread, but it's not. And there's pieces of corn in it. And it kind of tastes like cream corn. And boy, I love corn. Don't tell anybody this, but when I picked my college, like I say all the time, I went to school in Iowa. Technically speaking, it's the University of Northern Iowa is the school I went to. Go Panthers. When I got there, on my recruiting visit, we went to this Cajun restaurant, believe it or not. They had a Cajun restaurant. Downtown Cedar Falls, Iowa. The name of it was, there was a bar above it called Voodoo Lounge, but I can't remember the name of the actual place. Maybe Mardi Gras or something like that. But it was the first time I had tried alligator. It was at this joint. They were called gator bites, and they were like fried pieces of alligator. It's the first time I had it. It wasn't bad, but they also had Iowa sweet corn there. It was like, I remember like biting the corn and being like, I can eat this all the time here. No joke. On that very restaurant visit, it was probably the third thing we did. The first night we got there, we met like the players, my recruiting host. We went out and just kind of hung out with the team. I got to know some players and stuff. The next day we toured campus and the stadium. I met the coaching staff. Then we went out to eat. The defensive coordinator, and it was me and like, I want to say 3 other recruits. Again, not a flex, but we were like, of course they tell everybody this, so I won't believe it. Priority recruits, in a sense, like we were like the weekend that they really wanted to get guys to commit. So it was me and 3 other guys, and I remember being at this place and trying this corn, and I ate the corn. It's just not a joke. This is how like fat I am in my head. I already knew I liked campus. I already knew I liked the team, the players. Everybody was cool. It was a winning team. You know, we played in the national championship the year after when I got there. And I'm eating this corn, and I'm looking around, and I see my coach, the defensive coordinator. I loved my D coordinator at the school. Like, he was like the coolest guy. he gives me like this smirk because I think he knows like this dude's about to commit. So he looks at me and he's like, "What are you thinking, man?" That's how he talked. He's like, "What are you thinking, man?" He had this grin on his face. He always had this grin. I'm like, "I think I want to come here." That's what I said. Just from the corn. That was like the final straw was the corn. So he immediately calls the head coach. The head coach comes down. "You coming? You know, it's cool." Ironically, so like I was saying, we're priority recruits. Normally, I say I wouldn't believe that. But there were 2 or 3, I want to say 2. No, there were 3 other guys on that same thing, and we all committed. One of them ended up being a very good friend of mine all throughout school. But we all started the next year on that national championship team. We were all like, we're immediate, except for one. I don't want to like get into details, but he ended up leaving the team before the season started. But the other 2 players played, contributed, started, and like, you know, made plays. I'm not trying to flex. I don't like talking about like what I did on the field and stuff like that. Like, if anybody wants to know about like my collegiate career and all that stuff, like you can, I hate to say this, but you can Google it. It's there. It's still there. Oh, it's like cornbread with sweet corn mixed in, man. Feel it. I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? That piece of corn. But yeah, I get questions sometimes about like the football stuff. You know, like, where'd you play? What'd you do? And I'm just the type of person that if it comes up, I'll talk about it. But I don't like to flex and talk about things like that. You know, I loved it. I played well. I was a captain on the team, which to me was probably the biggest individual accomplishment. Yeah, I won awards. You know, I got like the defensive MVP award my senior year. You know, I got conference player of the week, I remember. There's trophies in my basement, stuff like that. Like, I don't like talking about this stuff, but my biggest achievement, being perfectly honest, was that I was the captain. To me, I didn't ask for it. I wasn't thinking about it, but the team voted. And for me to be recognized by my peers as a leader when I wasn't necessarily trying to be a leader, like, that was really awesome to me. And that was like just a great feeling, because I never tried to be like a rah-rah type of player. I tried to do the right thing. You know, I played hard. You know, I wasn't like the best athlete on I was a good athlete, I'm not saying that, but like, we had some athletes on that team, you know, like guys end up playing on Sunday in the NFL, that's what it means. And guys who just overall were like freaks, like, you know, genetic freaks, like guys who could just run, get faster, and I wasn't slow, I wasn't weak, but I wasn't the fastest ever. I was a good athlete, but I wasn't like these guys. Some of these guys were incredible athletes. But I always tried to play as hard as I could, you know. And I almost got in a fight with my teammate when I first got to campus on the field, because we were doing tackling drills, and I tackled him. He was an older guy, and I just got there, and we were doing tackling drills. I always went hard in practice. I wasn't gonna like half ASS it in practice, because I was always taught you practice how you play. So we did tackling drill, and he was like jogging. Tackle. I remember, he was a cool dude. Like, we were cool after that, but I think that kind of set the tone, because after that, he tried to hit me a few times in practice. So we almost, fights happen in campus normal, but I tackled him. He was a cool dude, like I said. He's from, you know, he had, from the Midwest, from St. Louis, cool dude, like real awesome dude. And I tackled him, and he was like, "Oh, all right, so I got something for you." And I can't curse, but I was like, okay, like, I didn't care. You know, he was like 2-3 years older than me, but I didn't care. So the next time he tried to tackle me, and I like juked him, he was mad. Then he got me, and then I got him, and then he got him. It was like, it went like back and forth, but like everybody started practicing harder after that. And I was the type of person trying to practice hard. Like, I didn't walk into a starting role. I didn't start until maybe about the 5th game of the season. I didn't even know I was starting until the night before a game. We were playing Illinois State, and that same coach from the recruiting visit, all he said to me, swear to God, my teammate still, because I used to impersonate him, I was good at it. He came up to me after a team meeting in a hotel. It was an away game. And all he said was, say, Shrats, come here. And he goes, I'm still laughing because I remember his face, and it makes me laugh the way he acted, because it was like his attitude, like I'm not to say he didn't want me to play, he did, but like when you're playing at a high level, and it's even worse in the NFL, but high level collegiate ball is the same way. Like, you get one chance, unless you're like, you know, a blue chip 5-star recruit. Like, you might get a couple of chances, but if you're like me, I was a 3-star recruit. Like, I was right in the middle. You know, I was good, but I went. So, anyway, don't mess it up. So that's more or less his message. But he said it to me in just like the most matter-of-fact tone that I could ever remember. He goes, right after the meeting, we come out, turn the lights on because we were watching film. He says, Shrats. And I come up to him. Little me couldn't even grow a beard yet, 17. He said, you're starting tomorrow. I went, and he goes, I can't curse. So he said S-H-I-T, but he said, know your stuff. That's all he said to me. And he walked away. And I was like, but I was a linebacker, and we played. And I had I think I had like 9 or 10 tackles that game. And I never gave up my starting job after that. No joke. That's how it happened. The guy I actually beat out ended up starting alongside me the next year and was in the NFL for a little bit. Ended up being one of my closest friends in college. But I beat him out that year, which is crazy because he was a way better athlete than me. I got away with stuff more because I was a good athlete, but I was like, I knew the playbook very well. You know, intelligent, like I was a coach's kid, as they say. But I had like 10 tackles that game. And where the story's going was the next game we played the #1 ranked team at the time in the country. I think we were ranked like 10th. We had a run that year, the same year we went to the national championship. We played the #1 ranked team 3 weeks in a row. And we couldn't lose a game because at the point that I started, I broke the starting lineup. We were 3-2. Or 3-3? 3-3. So yeah, it was a 6 week. And we had to play the #1 ranked team 3 weeks in a row. No joke. So we played the #1 team the next week. And the next week. And I broke the starting lineup. So the newspaper interviewed me. And I didn't know at the time. I just did my interview, you know, just saying whatever. I still have a copy of the interview, though. I kept it because it meant a lot to me. But where this is going is the coach actually said, my head coach said, on why they played me at the time, because I was breaking the starting lineup. And he said, every time that we turn the film on in practice, I'm paraphrasing, but I still have the article. I can actually probably find it and put it in here. Every time that we had film or something and we turned it on, he was always a player that stuck out. So we had to give him a chance. And long story short, man, if you want to play sports or even anything, like, you might not be the guy they wanted to play, because I wasn't in the beginning. But if you grind, because I grinded, you know, I wanted to play. So in practice, I played hard. Even though some people didn't practice hard, I did. And that, because of that, it got me my chance. And when I got my chance, I didn't fumble it, literally. So if you want to do something, whether it's your job, whether it's school, whatever, like, grind until they notice you. Make it so they can't not notice you. I know it sounds crazy, but I played football with a chip on my shoulder all the time because I always felt like I didn't get the recognition that I deserved. Maybe I thought I was better than I was, but every time people put me on a field, I never got off of it, and that includes high school. I remember when I was a sophomore in high school, I had started playing varsity a little bit as a freshman, but they had me behind this kid when I was a sophomore, and I was like, yo, this dude is not better than me, bro. Like, I know he looks cool without a shirt off, and like I had a pot belly, but this dude wasn't better than me, bro. So I just grinded, and I took a spot, you know. And he never let me live it down. The kid I beat up, I swear, because he was a nice dude. But I am just the type of person that, like, I just feel like if I'm good at something, I'm not gonna let anything deny me from what I gotta do. So I was just like, yo, this dude's not better than me. Now I didn't say it to anybody. I'm not like that. I wasn't hating. But my own head, my attitude, my head, I was like, yo, these dudes ain't better than me. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't be in the locker room being like, not that. That's like hating. But in my head, I believe that I was better than him. I was better than him. You know? I thought I could play college ball. My coaches didn't really think I could play college ball in high school. I swear. They didn't. They thought I was just like, nah, whatever. But I did. So, I had. Anyway. We're going to break these videos up for sure. I'm going to do like a dessert one on its own. Because I'm going to leave this unedited. I'm not eating these carrots. They're gross. Not gross, I don't like the texture. But everything else was bomb. As you can see. There's about 9 pounds, 8 pounds of food. Something. I forgot, it's like 8 point something. I think it was delicious. As you can see. I do still have room. But, you know, talking this entire time and stuff, I'm in chill mode. So I don't feel like eating the other food. So I'll probably do a whole nother, and make this a 3-parter. And do a different part. So I'll do 3 parts. I probably won't leave this part in because you guys won't see it. But I'm talking to myself. Like I'm probably gonna do another part with dessert since I did the breakfast and do like a 3-parter and just drop them 3 days in a row. Because that was a lot of food, but it was so good. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. That was an eating challenge that we did like a mukbang. We did it like a mukbang. We talked the whole time. We relaxed. We chilled. We smashed an entire Thanksgiving dinner that most people will probably serve their entire family, and I eat it myself in the chill mode. So unedited, unfiltered. Most people like to do these eating challenges and speed it all up, but I do mukbangs and I like to talk, so we're gonna leave it in there. And I'm gonna finish the rest of this soda. But for the sneak preview, yes, we have a whole pecan pie. Texas pecan pie is super legit. So stay on the lookout. Whole tray of cookies. Nice pumpkin bread. I got some snacks, some Chips Ahoy, some Reese's, some other desserts that I'll have too. So there's gonna be a whole bunch. We're gonna do a whole spread of dessert and just make it a dessert video. 3-course meal, that's how we doing it. We're doing content on the fly. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, relax a little bit, take my dogs out for another walk, sweat the sodium off. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna eat some more in an entirely different video when you see this. But I love you guys. I'll still be wearing a Chelsea kit, right? Keep the blue flag flying high. Love you guys. You know what? I'm gonna eat one of these just because it's delicious. Just gonna. And this is a pie crust. This is just crust. I'm not gonna eat the whole pie. It's gonna be a good video. That was a preview. Anyway, I love you guys. We'll be back soon. More content. Part 3 is coming. Hit that bell notification. Subscribe. I love you guys. We'll be back soon. I'm just talking now because I'm meat sweats. Anyway, hand signs. Me for YouTube. I want a lefty this time. Bah!